story a day. Jalasa, you'll love this one. This one, one of the most, I'd say the strangest African countries I've ever traveled to. Strangest. In fact, it's the only country in Africa whose capital is exactly the same name as the country. Would you know which one that is? And I'm not talking about Bissau in Guinea-Bissau. It's not the same. The capital is exactly the same as the country.
Niger, is it?
No, Niger is Niamey.
Niamey, okay, I don't know.
No, try. Don't give up so easily.
Okay. Wait. Madagascar and Tantaribo. Madagascar is Tantaribo.
You're very correct. Antananarivo.
Not Antantanta. It is
Antananarivo. You've been there.
Yes, I've been to Antananarivo.
Okay, shall I tell you? Because Kianda's here and it looks like he's getting impatient. So it's called Djibouti. Djibouti is the only country in Africa. The capital is the country is the same name. The capital is Djibouti. Tucked in the corner of, Ethiopia, Eritrea. You know that little corner there? That's where little Djibouti is.
Yes, it's
tiny
place.
Tiny little Djibouti.
Oh, I know it. When they came here for games, Harambee Stars versus Djibouti, we beat them 9-1.
Kama mwizi wa Kibeti.
Unasema nini?
You know why? You should see that country. The first time I went there, maybe it was about 20 years ago. First time I went, and it was like a desert outpost. First of all, you know, ushaenda Lake Magadi?
Yeah, Apachini.
Yes, it's like that every day. The heat, Djibouti, yeah, because it's on a salt mine. They've got a salt mine just like Magadi. So it's hot. Temperatures go up to 50 degrees.
50
degrees. So the people, it was an outpost for the French, what they call the French Foreign Legion. Légion étrangère. Those French fighters who used to be based overseas and they would go and fight coups or take over countries. They call them French Foreign Legion. It was very popular back then. Légion étrangère.
Légion étrangère.
Voilà.
Du fighter des coups.
So those were the guys running Djibouti then. And then the locals were a mix of Somali, Ethiopian. It was all a mix of people. So when we first landed there, I'm telling you, Jalas, even getting a hotel was almost impossible. There was no hotels when we first went there. There was just little B&Bs.
Bed and breakfast.
Yes, but the one thing I noticed, at 1 o'clock, the whole town went dead.
1 o'clock?
Yeah, 1 p.m., because it was, the sun was overhead. No one can go out. Jalas, all of a sudden, at like 4 p.m., the entire town wakes up and there's a buzz. You know why? The Mirror has arrived from Nairobi. Yeah. The Mirror has arrived. What? And there's a truck from the airport. Gamila, pick up your Meru.
Yeah.
And it's come and it's now dropping off supplies throughout Djibouti town. Jalas. As soon as these people grabbed it and started chewing it, life happened. The town woke up. And I was wondering, what kind of a place is this, man? These people, I'm telling you, it was... Okay. So that was that, right? And I guess the big thing was the salt mines. That's how the country made their money. Salt mines and trade with Ethiopia.
Okay.
Because Ethiopia doesn't have a port.
Okay.
So the port they used was the one in Djibouti. So there was a lot happening. Fast forward now. 10 years later, I visit Djibouti. Jalas, I couldn't believe it. The first thing that hits you is like a 7-star Sheraton. Built there, beautiful, fantastic, 90% occupancy all year round.
Djibouti.
The same outpost I had been to 10 years before. And then container trucks on the port, because it's right there by the port. Red Sea is there. It's just where the Red Sea
What?
meets. Container port, Jalas, bigger than the one in Kilindini. 10 years. And I said to myself, what the? How can this happen?
Mother Fanta?
And the French had left. Now it was the Americans who had moved in.
Okay.
So the Americans had, obviously in the Sheraton, they're the ones who were living in there. Big, huge military presence. Because the Africa Watch operation was by the Americans had a camp called Camp Lemonnier. And the battleships were off the coast of East Africa, and they were monitoring the events on the continent. In fact, they took us on the ship there just to see what U.S. operations were like. So when we come back to Djibouti, and this place is alive, Jalas. You remember I told you before, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, there's nothing happening?
Yes. Now the entire 24 hours.
Bro, Djibouti.
They got it right.
Population like maybe 150, 200,000 people. Tiny. And then in the meantime, Ethiopia and Eritrea had fought a war, which meant that Eritrea had blocked off the entire ports. There was 2 ports in Eritrea that Ethiopia used to use. They blocked them both.
So Ethiopia now goes to
Djibouti. So most of the goods that come into Djibouti...
Ethiopia is landlocked?
Yes.
So right now, even without processing Nini,
correct,
they use Djibouti port.
Yes. That's why they built a new railway line, a new SGR from Djibouti all the way to Addis Ababa. Incredible. That tiny little outpost that I called, that was 50-degree temperature, all that stuff. You should see it now, Jalas. That port is so busy.
Take me to Djibouti with you.
You want to go to Djibouti?
Let's go.
I'm telling you, Djibouti.
That's what we call
a story a day. And you can shake your booty in Djibouti.
Oh.